Hello, Flagler County. Bob Pickering here at the Emergency Operations Center with the latest Flagler weather update. Just a reminder, I'm not a meteorologist, so the weather information I present originates from the National Weather Service. Let's go and take a look at some advisories we got going on. We have a coastal flood advisory. That's just for real minor nuisance flooding, maybe some overwash near times of high tide. And then we have a high risk of rip currents at our beaches. Now, that's the one thing that's potentially dangerous if you get into the ocean. Unless you really know what you're doing, unless you really know rip currents and all that really well, you don't need to be going out into the ocean, no matter how good of a swimmer you happen to be. You see the surfers and those folks out there, those people know what they are doing. So just because you see them out there, if you're not well versed in rip currents and how to escape one, do not be going out into the ocean. And we have a high surf advisory at least through Thursday for the potential surf up to breakers up to 5 to 8 feet along our coast. So let's take a look at our tropical cyclone as of 11 o'clock this morning. Had a sustained winds of 105 miles an hour, and the Hurricane Center is very confident it's going to stay in this cone of uncertainty somewhere the next few days, making landfall in the Carolinas, and very disruptive up here. So if you have any travel plans to go through this area and up into the Northeast, just check ahead before you set off. Check with your airline, check with Amtrak if you're taking a train. If you're going to drive through here, I would really check the highways. I wouldn't recommend it until all this clears up because the conditions are going to be quite hazardous up in this area. But as far as Flagler County is concerned, though, the map to watch is not this one, but it's our wind probability map. What is the chance of getting sustained tropical storm force winds in Flagler County? Right now, it's about 5%. So that decreased from 10% yesterday. Again, this is the map to watch, and we'll have to see if these numbers increase or decrease, or do they hold pretty stationary. They're probably going to hold pretty settled within the lower percentages. They might nudge up a little bit as the center of the hurricane gets closer to us, but again, not a threat for us here in Flagler County. So let's see what's going on with it, and we'll go ahead and take a look. And this is the satellite image, and you can see the hurricane way up here in Flagler County, way down here as it moves towards the Carolinas. Now we take a look at our local weather radar. Where is it? You don't even see it at all because it's quite far away from us. Just maybe these little tropical showers blowing in from time to time. But if we're going to find our hurricane, and we're going to have to go all the way up here to North Carolina and pull up this weather radar, and you can see it. As a matter of fact, they had a tornado warning already up here. You can see the eye, you can see the storm approaching the coastline up there, but again, quite a distance from Flagler County. So as far as wind and rain, all that stuff, we're not going to see any really. The main concern is going to be the dangerous rip currents and rough surf this week and into the weekend. Some overwash, minor nuisance flooding, that sort of thing is possible in the intercoastal waterway. Might see some overwash at the lower beach approaches and such during times of high tide. Heavy rainfall winds, not an issue with this storm at this time from Florence. Always stay up to date as things can sometimes unexpectedly change, and always stay prepared. But as far as Florence goes, looks like we're in pretty good shape for that. Quick look at the tropics. We got 3 other cyclones out here, a subtropical cyclone, 2 other tropical cyclones. None of these are any issues for Flagler County at this time. We have an area of potential development, a low chance of that right here over the next 5 days. And this is forecast to move off to the west. So this will be one that we'll be kind of watching as we go through the next 5, 6, 7 days. But again, not a concern at this point in time. We have potential development in the western Gulf of Mexico. No problems for us as well. So again, I want to remind everyone, don't worry about the models and stuff that you see shared on Facebook and Twitter and social media. Don't worry about what someone on your favorite weather page is saying. Only use official information from the National Hurricane Center, hurricanes.gov. And you want to see this at the top of your computer screen. So preparedness advice, just the same. You want to use official sources, go to flaglercounty.org/emergency. So let's go ahead and take a look at our local weather briefly. Through Saturday, running chance of a passing shower, maybe a rumble of thunder or 2. So through Saturday, chance of a shower storm at any time, but it will be progressively drier and hotter. High temperatures getting up into the lower 90s. The heat index is going to make it feel hotter than that. Lows generally in the mid to upper 70s at night. As we go towards early next week, though, some moisture is going to get drawn up from the Gulf of Mexico. Nothing to do with Florence, but we're going to see an uptick in our afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, or a better chance of those as we go into the beginning of next week. Highs near 90, lows in the 70s. Outlook, a pretty decent chance of daily showers and storms, kind of back to our summertime thing. Highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s. So remember, stay informed. Please only use official sources. Go to flaglercounty.org, have your mouse over webcams and weather, get the latest on the weather service. Sign up for Alert Flagler while you are there. And if you have a weather radio, another good source for all kinds of weather information. Of course, the hurricane info, go to hurricanes.gov. Let's wrap things up from the Emergency Operations Center. Everyone have a lovely day, and we'll be back one more time at the end of this week and give you another update.